Hey there, team, and welcome. Oh god, I forgot. No. Okay, it wasn't actually as bad as it sometimes is. Rip in peace. I hope nothing's dead. I really hope nothing's dead here. For poor old Thanatosi. You can often just get crushed in here. It doesn't look like it, but we'll see after the deployment. Yeah, holy smokes, that's weird though. I've never seen this happen on Mirlond, I think. Yeah. Yeah, usually you're able to deploy fine over there, but anyway, fingers crossed. Anyway, he's Isengard. I can't do any more than that. To his side, he's got Diego. He's got his runic forces, Lokinus Rim, Flag Rim, Scion Rim, a lot of Gap Rim there, some E-Strong crossbows, all golden boys. Super duper. Crossbows, Scion Rim, Flag Rim, and more Flag Rim. Innis Rim there, and the Camels chosen. Nice wee nasty boys. Isn't it kind of an issue with Rhun? You know, you kind of lack a real uber tier infantry unit. The Camels chosen are fine. They're good. They're good. But, you know, it can be a tricky one. Anyway, to your right then, Nawaki. He's got his Rhudaur boys today. Swordsman. Berserkers there. General over there? Oh, no. Marksman. Some troll hunters there, yeah, solid. Just take troll hunters on a siege attack. So tough for a defender to counter. More swords, more swords, some nobles, and some enslavers. I wonder, do we... Oh, Nawaki, where have you gone? Where? Nawaki. Oh, yeah, you're up here. Got lost for a minute. Where are those nobles? No armor upgrade, okay. I think they look better without it. But it is an interesting thing. It's something that I never thought to like give it to them, and then I was like, wait, why are people why do they look different? But next to their overlords, Angmar, we've got Ordo Malleus. He's got his halberdiers, some Scourge Raiders, again armor upgraded Scourge Raiders. Just yeah, that's what you get. Blackguard there, pikes again armor upgraded, really sturdy. It's interesting. Holy smokes, everything's got an armor upgrade, but the Blackwatch Legion, there. Interesting indeed. And then some Trolls of Angmar. So pretty small, but pretty elite force there today from Angmar. This is a 5v4. So wait, one? No, it can't be 1, 2, 3. It's a 4v4. 4v4 siege. Interesting. Okay, boys. Yeah, I'm feeling it. Can certainly go okay. Puts the attackers in a bit of a weird spot, and maybe that's why he's deploying so weirdly down there. But yeah, okay. I like it. Definitely means the attackers just have to be a lot more careful. Means the defenders can't rely so much on their just superiority. Yeah, let's see how this goes. I think it's interesting that we're all going to be coming from one side then. With a 27,000 frame battle, I don't see a grace period happening. What I would have maybe expected was Rhun. Instead of deploying like here, I would have maybe deployed over here. And then I would have had Thanatos come in this side, so that you are pressuring from the other side of the river as well. But fair enough not to. Not against that. You know, this might become more, like, we can see there is a balance of power. We definitely do have more money. Or that could just be, I mean, yeah, no, there's no barrow whites on the field. So, yeah, we definitely do have some more cash. This might get underway really quickly. You know that? Because we're right here. We really are right on top of them. So, this could be dicey. This could be really dicey. Come on, boys. Let's go. Will probably take a little bit of a while, especially if they know they're going right into it. They'll want to make sure the deployment is perfect. Pretty much as always. There's 2 links in the description. Jump to the end of the army run through and jump to the start of the battle. If there's not 2, then it means the battle starts immediately. If it's just got a battle start, then it means kind of the deployment ends and immediately they're cracking at each other. So. That's fine. Okay, which it looks like that's what we're going to have today. So, Numenor already opening up. We'll start from the far right there. We have Imladris with Ghoul Wrangler. So he's got his Gwathi Arthand. Spears of Rivendell. some Imladris sentries, and the rest is in the forest. Fantastic. Okay, can't see anything. We'll see in a minute as stuff pops out. We got Numenor by Longchlong. So he's got his pikes, his sentinels, some fires and swordmasters, and Royal Legion. A lot of power in that little square. Belgar archers, Royal Guard, then seafarers, and seafarers. Numenorean cohort, shield bearers, Numenorean steel bows opening up immediately. And hopefully not into Rhudaur though. Hopefully he catches that and he stops them from firing, because not the best target for them. Is that it? That's it. Okay, then over here, this might actually... Oh, holy smokes. This might just be a battle. Franklin here with his Dwarves of Erebor. He's got his catapult, pikes, axe guard, Erebor Legionnaires, Obsidian Guard, Sons of Durin, Dragon Slayers, Axe Throwers, and Hammer Guard. Then, lastly, over here we have more Dwarves. Grizzly, he's got a shield guard, Legion Bodyguard, Iron Watcher Mermere, Orc Hunters, Glamers, Pikes, Mithril Guard, damn, very elite. Axe Guard there, Miners, and some Warriors and Shield Guard to boot. So, we'll get this underway. Now, this very well could just be a sort of a battle atmosphere, in all honesty. Get those nobles, get those nobles. Oh god, those nobles are going to have to be careful, though. The stakes. See, he kind of... Somebody's getting killed. Whoa, thread the needle, and he's in. He's into shield guard, though. Oh, that hurt. I'm going to have to slow down a little bit. That hurt the shield guard, but in all honesty, those nobles might not feel that's worth it. A lot of ditch, yeah, that's not worth it. It was good. It was good. I liked it. I would have done the same thing, but that definitely was more in favor of Numenor there. It did lock those shield guard up though. So I think this might be more of a battle atmosphere, really. We'll see how it goes. I'm pretty excited for sure. I like the battles over cities, you know, instead of like a siege, you're just fighting a battle inside of a city. You know, that's always a cool concept to me. Numenorean cohort ready and waiting for the Rhudaur swordsman. I love Rhudaur swordsman, one of my favorite sort of men-at-arms unit. Yeah, Numenorean cohort though, they're going to hand them their butts. Blackwold's coming, I'm like, oh, okay, if the Blackwolds go for them, and then the shield guard for them, okay, I like that. Good early fights there, nice matchups. Imladris coming on over here. Ghoul Wrangler looks like, okay, the elves of Imladris and the ghouls of Angmar have to, oh wait, he's Ghoul Wrangler, and we got the ghouls, yeah, they're kind of deciding not to fight each other. A lot of Imladris Guardians, a lot of upgrades for Ghoul Wrangler's forces here. So he's really gone uber tier Imladris, which I like that sort of uber tier Angmar, uber tier Imladris. He's got some Riders of Brunnen. What I would do is I'd be screwing with them. I'd be chasing them down, shooting these guys in the back, shooting those halberds. Yeah, definitely. I wouldn't let that happen. I'd definitely be screwing with them. Now, Numenor's kind of fighting a 2v1 for the minute. Erebor's coming in now to help him out. How those Blackwolds do? Not well. I wouldn't want to use the Javies. I'm sure Nawaki will be okay seeing those Javies coming out onto his Rhudaur swordsman. Bit of a shame, but if he's saving his allies, but yeah, you want to get those archers shooting the Blackwolds. No, you don't have a shot. You don't have a shot. I thought he had a much better shot than that, but he doesn't. It's not really a big clump of Blackwolds though. They're pretty well mixed up. That's cheaper sake. Really have clashed into this quite quickly, so we'll have to see about pictures. Stuff like that. Got some golden boys coming on in to back up the hillmen. Armor piercing from the flag rim. Got some seafarers out of ammunition coming on forward though. Not fun to deal with in a fight. And yeah, this is a good little bit of high ground for Nawaki. He's going to start shooting down over everything. Just don't worry about picking targets, just fire. Everything there is a tasty shot. If we get some crossbows from Diego, get some crossbows set up like here, freaking amazing. You've even got the blooming Dragon's Wrath crossbows. Holy smokes. There's nothing stopping us here. There's nothing blocking up. It looks like Erebor is coming out. Farkin's running, but or he's walking. No, he's running. He's trying to block that up, but he's not going to be able to block it up in time. I think we're going to be able to escape with our Innis Rim. And the War Goats, though, and Hammerguard, though, are going to be... yeah, they're going to be loving that. Especially now that Ghoul Wrangler's coming on over here. It's going to be a while before Angmar gets involved. I think maybe a little bit too late. I'd say if I was... I mean, I fancied Imladris in that fight. So I understand why Angmar didn't take it. Maybe there is a rule that the fight is meant to happen over the town, though. That might be the case. They might just be wanting to keep the fighting in this area. Flagrim, although they have got armor piercing, they're just not able to beat the quality of Numenorian cohort. They'll pick away at them. They'll do some good damage though. Camp Rim coming on in, providing the rigidity that this line needs. We need some pikes to counter that. But with these crossbows running on up, we need to take them down. You have to get these Belgar archers firing into those crossbows ASAP, because they've got a perfect shot on anything. This could be... Oh, we're shooting them. We're doing our best here, but they can blast just right down that line. They're shooting into their right side, so shields be damned. Yeah, not fun. Not fun. Hereditary nobles standing their ground there. Numenor and Shieldguard coming up here by themselves. Might have been could have been a misclick. Could have been just trying to pierce on through here. They'll do all right by themselves. They can look after themselves, most certainly. Yeah, I think that was maybe a misclick of some sort. They seem to be trying to just run on by. Ghoul Wrangler coming on in here. If I was Ghoul Wrangler, I'd be slamming right on in. We need to breach them because they are they've got the dominant ground. Oh baby, okay. Okay. We got lucky. We got lucky, Diego. Scatter. Scatter. Definitely scatter, because that's going to come in again, and Sound Rim are not something you want to lose willy-nilly. Definitely not. Crossbows here firing on in. Yeah, I think this is much more of a battle atmosphere. It's quite cool, rather than a proper siege. Oh god, we're going to be shooting these guys right in the back. If that's what we want to do. I mean, I love Diego's position right now. He's done well. I mean, he's only able to do this because of Nawaki's early aggression. And Nawaki just, like, pushing in and taking this ground early on has allowed him to get his boys set up like this. So I'm sure he's very grateful for some good teamwork from the boys. Archers, yeah, long schlong, just countering them as best he can. I'd go for this one, though, because you can kind of... I think you've got a better shot on this one. And I'd rather kind of, like, wipe that unit quite quickly and then focus on this one where you don't have as great a target. Saying that, what are they firing at? See... No, right. They were going into the... Oh, God. Oh, the poor sons of Durin. Axegard, yeah. I would not want to be shooting at the archers, though. That's not what we're doing, surely. Let's see. Yeah, nice. We sun. Bang, 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 bang. No, we're going past that. Yeah, we're going into the dwarves. We're going into the dwarves. Absolutely catastrophic for poor Farkin. Dear me. How did those shield guard go? Yeah, they got pulled back. I think that was just a misclick. They racked up some good kills, though, and to be honest, they were doing all right. But no, fair enough to get them back. Oh, Thanatos is here. Good. Freed himself from his prison that he was tied in. Warg Riders waiting. No. Okay, I'm sure he would want some Warg Skirms maybe to rattle in, but no, we're all right with him. Down to 17 Hereditary Nobles there. Watch out for them now. Innis Rim. Yeah, with the boys, with those Hammer Guard on the field, and even the War Goats as well, the, I'm going to say, well, it's good versus evil. The good guys have got the dominance in cavalry. Sorry. Yeah. I quite like this. So it's like it's Numenor. It's like an ancient faction. We've got the two dwarves, kind of like really ancient entities, and the high elves of Imladris versus a lot of these new up and coming sort of factions. I mean, Angmar's not a new faction for sure, but it still is quite a cool little concept here, and I like it. I like when you're forced to sort of fight side by side in a battle like this. There's a lot of cool fights I've had on like Lake Evandom, where because Lake Evandom is a really narrow fight, like battlefield, you have to kind of like you're walking over each other a lot of the time battling. So that's kind of what we have in these two choke points, but it's just the fact that the evil side just have the dominant areas, just because they were able to get that quick 2v1 up against Numenor, and Numenor fell back from it. Now I'm sure he's kind of kicking himself now. He wishes he had just held that initial ground and he hadn't fallen back. He would have kind of lost himself and he wouldn't have gotten a great kill count, but he could have held that ground. Waithiarthan pulling back now. Yeah, you don't want to get them shot in the back by crossbows. But his crossbows aren't going to last forever. They're going to run out of ammo soon. Oh goodness me, Diego. I mean, a lot of them slam themselves right into those rocks. They're not going to be able to bury themselves through those rocks. Burrow. Anyway, Shadow Guard there. Again, another nice little target for our archers. half decent armor. They're sort of more armored than they look, but still pretty light. Pretty light in the grand scheme of things. So you'd want to shoot them down nice and sort of skilled with those sort of... They're halberds, but they don't fight in a halberd formation. They swing them around quite frantically. Any attacking going on here? Right. Interesting. I'm just surprised that the boys aren't coming on in here too. What I would be tempted to do if I was like Imladris and I mean even like Erebor and Khazad, I would maybe want to just slam on up, because I think you could take this ground with what's kind of there. It's infantry, it's Dunman spears. I think you could be on them quite quickly. You'll take damage from them as you're moving, but then you can take this ground. You can shoot them. I know you've got to sort of dominate that area. Maybe not, but it's an idea. It's an idea. I think right now this is just getting a bit dicey for the boys. We're suffering a bit. Axe throwers coming on in. Yeah, Scion Rem. If they can guarantee those axe throwers are going right into their faces, they can take that damage for a while. 8 more troll hunters running on around. Once those Dragon's Wrath crossbows. I mean, they're exposing themselves to taking damage, but they'll be hurting people. They'll be hurting a lot of people here. With a body-piercing, armor-piercing crossbow fire. They're losing that body-piercing ability for the next version of the game. They're just becoming exceptionally high-damage crossbows. So it's still a very menacing sight on the field, but perhaps not the absolute devastating gods of death that they are right now. Speaking of devastating gods of death, where are my witchers? Ordo Malleus, run. Get up here. No, not seeing the witchers. They'll be somewhere. I like the Thanatos kind of watching. There's nothing for these guys to do right now, so yeah, it's fair enough just having them watch their back. What's their best? Oh, that's what's doing the balance of power. Okay, so I think this is even funds. These are definitely even funds here, but the Barrow Whites are just making it seem like we're dominating. So that's fair enough. Yeah, there's a lot of blood. Oh, damn! I'm so sorry, guys. What happened here? Was it maybe some cav play from Imladris? I think it must have been. Perhaps if a player is watching this, they can let us know what happened there. I think, yeah. But, I mean, if they're shooting Gunabad Guard, if they're shooting Barrow Whites, if they're shooting Trolls of Angmar, haha, I don't care. Yeah, really not a nuisance either way. We'll go up to 1 times speed now. Clansmen. Yeah, no. I kind of like that. The boys are just... Thanatos has got men to spare. Your combat width is, or like the battlefield width is not like massive here, so light those boys on fire. Light those rocks on fire. Oh, I see, that's why. That's why we're not lighting the rocks on fire. We want this dead. We want this dead right now. Okay, fair enough. Daego's not moved it though. Is Daego just, he's deciding, hey, if you want to waste your ammunition, fair play. Go for it. I wouldn't want to say that because the Dragon's Breath cannons are very big targets. Very, very big targets. One of the biggest, easiest to hit artillery pieces we've got. I mean, barring like a trebuchet, but even a trebuchet is quite narrow. Saying that, maybe... Yeah, no, a trebuchet is probably... it's about as wide as this. Just, not as long, but it's a lot taller. Whoop. Nah, missing though. But hell, if that catapult can take out the Dragon's Breath cannon before it's fired a shot... That could be a good little win that I think the forces of good are really needing here. Because the damage from these crossbows has been hurting. Ghoul Wrangler just trying to use his Riders of the Bruinen to, just as archers here, which I'd maybe want to hold fire on them. Yeah, damn, it's a sucky situation for Imladris. It's kind of something you've got to deal with as Imladris. You are usually the final army to be sent in. You're usually the last guy to get involved. Thanatos is actually unwilling to be a defensive force today. He's not willing to just hold the ground. He's lurching on forward with his Urukai infantry, along with some cavalry support by the looks of things, to some effectiveness. But unfortunately, these guys perhaps just extending a little bit too deep. Going to be getting backstabs and maybe broken. But they've got that support now. Might end up being like a crazy backstab upon a backstab upon a backstab situation, which you do get a lot. And because of this attack, the dwarves have had to sort of sally forth to counter it. And that's allowing Thanatos to rattle some good damage in there. Holy smokes, once again, the boys just trying to probably get a... Yeah, you're seeing all these guys have just been eviscerated. Yeah, really trying to... It's a tempting position just to hide in there, but the evil forces have really got you locked down, no matter where you're hiding today. Warg Riders pushing on through. We need our Hammer Guard. We need something to wrap them down, because a little backstab like that is going to do some breaking. Oh no, maybe not. Stoic dwarves of Khazad. These are no standard dwarves of Erebor or anything like that. No, these are the ancient warriors of the King's Mountain. They ain't going anywhere. Felt like our archers being sent on up here now. Damn. It's such a shame for Longschlong. He is just the javelin and crossbow bait, which is often the case when you're a human playing with elven allies. You're often the guy that tanks damage, because you've got more numbers. You've generally got more efficient armor for their cost. You've got more cost-effective armor. Usually the elves have better, but it's a lot more expensive. But yeah, I mean, dwarves kind of offset that. They're even sort of better in that case, but Numenor is really, it's a step above most standard humans. So Nowaki's holding his fire now, not wanting to just waste it on these Belagar men. Axe throwers? If I could guarantee a back shot on them, or even a right side shot, there's no shield there. Maybe I'm just a little bit kill hungry. Maybe I'm just a little bit thirsty to inflate my kill count. I would take that shot. I would take the shot. But hey, that's just me. Nowaki's showing some discipline today. He's wanting to save that ammo for something really worth it. Those poor wargs didn't stand a chance. It was nice getting them around. I expected a bit of a break there, but it didn't happen. So yeah, they're bullied. It's a shame. And yeah, they'll just be chased down. These guys ain't coming back. I think 28, they're not coming back, and I don't think these wargs are coming back either. So yeah, good stuff. It's never an efficient exchange. Taking on wargs with a unit of cavalry is never... You never walk away from that feeling good. You're always like, oh, that... they did damage to me. They're such a cheap little cavalry unit, and they hurt me, They definitely paid for themselves, even though they just nicked me a few times. It's a bit of a pain, but it has to be done. Just has to be done. These pikes coming on forward, yeah. I mean, they'll wear their way through the Dunlining infantry, Dunlining clansmen even, sorry, and the Uruk-hai infantry. Yeah, so nice. Some hammers are going to bad there. Crossbows going to be rattling on. These are just Uruk-hai archers. That's going to bounce off. Heredine rangers up there. Please tell me that we're getting a good bit of damage here. We're not just slamming those into the cliff. I think we're doing okay. No. We're generally doing all right. One or two of them just going right in, but generally effective fire. Generally pretty effective fire. Yeah, the boys are quite nice and safe behind there. They've got a bit more of a forgiving area to keep their boys hidden. The evil boys today. But oh, whoa, okay, now what? Yeah. Oh wait, no, they've still got one active. And that one that's active is going to be able to use up all of the ammunition. Doesn't matter. So hopefully that catapult's going to be helping the boys bring it back. They've got some bad routes, but if they can just keep unloading fire, come on, catapult, just get in. Shoot, fire. They're holding fire. You need to just go. The front line's entirely broken. You've got no risk of friendly fire. You just need to go. Dearie me. Over here on the left. Yeah, Heredine rangers still firing in. Uruk-hai archers. Crossbows. Out. Crossbows are out for Thanatos. Archers there. Still getting some decent fire. I mean, even if you're just doing like chip damage, the likes of the war goats, they're such a beefy target. And they lack a shield as well. So, heavy armor. Oh, I mean, well, shooting them in the back is always nice, but it doesn't matter. You can shoot them in the front or the back. It's still going to do the same amount of damage to an unshielded unit. That's the nice thing about armor. Doesn't care if you're getting stabbed or shot in the back. It counts all over. Whereas defensive skill, if you get stabbed in the back, you only get half of your defensive skill until you turn around and face the enemy. That's why you do see some of these really nice units getting sort of attacked in the back a few times and dying really quickly. Well, it's only half of their defensive skill they're benefiting on. And then if an armor-piercing unit's stabbing them in the back, it's only half of their defensive skill and only half of their armor that they're benefiting from. So it's, oh dear me. Can be a bit nasty. There you go. They're out. They're out on the left there. Are they out here? They are not out there. Oh, that's going to bounce. Oh. Wow, I thought that was going to bounce right over the spears. It hit like there. I thought that would go over. It did not. Oh, come on, catapulto, catapulto. I would just go. I don't know why he's wanting to move it. I would just get on, get some fire in. I know you're not hitting like prime units, but just killing the enemy is good here. Axe throwers from Nawaki coming on forward. Legion body. Oh. Getting some more spears of Rivendell taking the damage from that cannon. Sucks, but okay. Like, if they're going to hit somebody, you know, killing a handful of my spears of Rivendell, okay. I'd want to maybe spread them out a bit thinner, so that you're only really maybe hitting like 3 of them with your shots, or 4, rather than sort of 6. But it's okay. Alright, moving on up. Crossbows there from Thanatos, out of ammunition, no doubt. Oh no! No, dearie me, they've still got their shots. I think they've got a shot into those Erebor Legionnaires, maybe even from the front. Well, I mean, yeah, from the front, I'd just go for it. At this point, I would definitely want to just punish the bit of an advantage that we've got here. Rather than the Brunnen chasing down those NSRM. No, when your enemy gets down to like 2 units, or 2 men in a unit, you don't need to chase them down. Yeah, I would have just pulled those guys back now, Ghoul Wrangler, because you've got the likes of the Champions of the White Hand that are maybe going to be threatening you. The Trolls of Angmar have run around here. Even these Gundabad Guard, deciding that it would take too long to run them through the city, they've come on over here. They're going to be getting countered by the Axe Guard. That's a nice little unit for them. Axe Guard coming down into here again into the Gundabad Guard. But that's going to allow the Trolls of Angmar, nice and uncontested, getting into the back lines. The Axe Guard would love to wrap up the Trolls of Angmar, and that's not what they're going to get. The Legion Bodyguard have unfortunately had to go and deal with them. Now, yes, elite bodyguard units are usually great troll killers, and the Legion Bodyguard will kill these Trolls of Angmar, fine and dandy. But lacking an armor-piercing attack is going to mean that the damage is dealt that bit slower. And, yeah, okay. Oh, goodness me, those poor Snaga Stalkers trying their best, backing up the Urukai Pikes. Of course, quite a very big disparity there, both orcoid creatures. Ooh, you see. Oh no, Malleus, this is maybe not the best shout. There were decent places to charge into the line, and there were bad places to charge into the line. Charging right into Grizzly Fox's Mithril Guard, maybe a bad place. You know, when we were talking about those Legion Bodyguard lacking armor piercing? Ooh, no. Yeah, the Mithril Guard will eat those trolls for breakfast. Yeah, they're dead. They're dead. Yeah, they're dying so fast. Bit of a, I mean, things are chaotic. You know, you don't look at things sometimes and just go, 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 go. But yeah, no, not the best pick for a target. Bounce. 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 Yeah. I do appreciate the nerfs carried out to the Dragon's Breath cannon. It was, when it was first put in, holy smokes, it was powerful. It was too strong. So the nerfs were very required. It still can do some great work, but luckily it's no longer a, you know, you always pick it with Rhun. Like, you can make an effective runic army without using it. And if you use it, then, you know, you can get some good kills, but, you know, it's not a game ender. Whereas it used to just be like, every siege, there was a runic Dragon's Breath cannon. Every single time. That was a devastating period of time. It was just, yeah. No, it was so strong. It was just so strong. So I'm glad it was taken. I'm glad it was nerfed a wee bit. Yeah, you see, they're more troll hunters. They love this. They're more than happy to get shot at. You know, for a Rhudaur unit, they're quite heavily armored. They got great shield value, as most Rhudaur units have. They're taking ranger fire right now, though. What the hell is? Where are the rangers? Shadow bows. Ah, okay, no, didn't actually see these shadow bows from Long Shlong. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, probably one of the better targets he's got right now. But still, I don't like shooting troll hunters, just because, damn, it's an upsetting thing to have to do sometimes. Axes coming on in. I mean, if those axes are coming into the Mithril Guard, it sucks, but okay. You know, they can shrug off so much of that damage. More catapult fire coming in, just burning these guys up, burning these poor warriors of Rhun. Again, it's a lot of the Axe Guard dying from this, and the Mithril Guard will be taking damage, which Grizzly will be upset about. But if he's got them facing them, which he does right now, these are Scourge Raider axes too. Dear me, that's some heavy damage. But as heavy damage as it possibly is, it's not armor piercing damage, and the Mithril Guard are some of the best armored units in the game. So they can just tank it. They can just tank it. They're fine. Both, yeah, more damage from that catapult, but as I say, it's just not the blobs that we were dealing with earlier. Scourge Raiders running on down, out of ammunition now. A bit of a frustration in melee though. That's why, you know, when they've got that armor piercing or that armor upgrade. Interesting that they've chosen to go over here. Okay, cool. I mean, somebody's got to fight them. Somebody's got to fight the Mithril Guard. And they'll do an okay job of it, for sure. They won't win, but that'll be fine. Dragon's Breath Cannon crew coming on in too. Now, I wonder, are they done? They used up all their ammo. Okay, fair enough. Okay. Dragon's Breath crew running on in. Yeah, that's something that's nice about the Dragon's Breath crew. They did suffer some nasty nerfs, but one of the cool little buffs they received was that their artillery crew was actually turned into these solid fighters, quite similar to what we've got with a lot of the artillery crews in Silmarillion Total War. You know, which I really like. Such an awe-inspiring siege equipment piece is manned by these really devastating warriors too. You know, they really kind of honourable figures. No, not honourable. No, far from it. Yeah, I suppose high quality figures. You know, it's not just. It shows how much the men of Rhun sort of value this fire spewing piece of kit. Seafarers and Nindamots coming on in over here. Eldarim with spears alongside them. Yeah, there's a lot of quality on this side, and I don't think there's a lot to counter right now. Okay, we're sending in some Scion Rim. That'll hold it back, but not gonna keep them. Frodrim Jabs though. Frodrim Jabs certainly will. However, unlike the Troll Hunters, the Frodrim Jabs are quite fragile. They've got 2 hit points, but doesn't help them all that much. Oh goodness me! Oh, Ranger fired the Frodrim Jabs. Oh, Nawaki, I'm sorry about that. That's some beautiful stuff though. Very nice target. Couldn't ask for much better than that. Especially when they're lined up like this. So Nawaki would have just given that order, focused on some other stuff, and yeah, he'll look back and there'll be like 50 of them left. Rhudaur's marksman coming in to again try and slow this down, give the Frodrim Jabs some time to do some work, but right, he's spotted it now. Ugh, down to 70, but there's going to be a lot of hit point damage on a few of those guys, for sure. Good spot from Numenor. And that's Thanatos' general. That's like one of the first general deaths we've had, actually, and that was Thanatos out. So, fair enough. I don't think he's got much left, though. I think he really... He lost a lot of... Whoa. Oh, whoa. Oh, whoa. Oh, that must have been Witcher fire. Sorry, we missed that. A lot of dead dwarves burned up. I'm seeing a lot of Dragon Slayers. That was some good work. Actually, sorry, are those Dragon Slayers? No, those are Legionnaires. Still, very good quality troops there, burned up by Witchers. So, nice catch. Right at the Bruinen firing on in. There's nothing more waiting. Hammer Guard, that's where we got the... That's... No. Oh, yeah, that is where we got the General of Erebor, Farkin. Waiting. I mean, you know, we'll see what happens. If they end up pushing on out, those Hammer Guard can get some great charges on them. Thanatos running down to just his fodder now to try and aid his allies. He's taken a lot of sacrifices early on, of course, to help them out. So he is just running on fumes here. Yeah, nobles. Hereditary nobles, their armor piercing in melee as well. The Hammer Guard will beat them, but they'll sting the Hammer Guard, especially if they get a charge off on the Hammer Guard, and the Hammer Guard don't get a charge off on them. The Witchers are still standing around though, so I suspect they've got a little bit of ammo. And even then, 10 of them, they can do some damage in melee. Very sort of like Ghetto Nazgul there. If you want. Oh, crossbow's out of ammo. Blinking on around. Yeah, Witcher fire here. We're seeing this green flame. Looks like the poor seafarers took that. Still a few of them getting burned up. The flame just sort of hangs about for a bit. So it will do a bit more damage to this poor guy here. Oh no. He's lucky, that shadow bow. Very lucky just to be able to walk through the flame and remain unharmed. Very much empowered, possibly. Numenor perhaps slightly falling to Melkor at this point. Midway through the battle, just searching for some additional power that can aid you in, toward victory. Still Elder Rimway Spears. Yeah, Ghoul Wrangler, it's always a shame. You gotta save your more powerful Imladris units for the later point in the battle sometimes. And that is kind of what he's been doing. But hopefully he can bring it on home. We've got the Farsam Swordmasters though too. Brune and Riverwards popping on up there to come on in. War Goats, Trollshaw Axe Throwers, they're coming around 2 out of ammo. Oh dear, and there's no fighting over on this left side actually. Oh, no fighting. The boys are just the evil force are pulling back. I guess, yeah, you got to be a pretty brave guy to face up against the First Legion pikes. Trollshaw Axe Thrower is going to be getting a flanking attack there. More Marauders, fair play, Ordo Malleus. Kind of a lesser seen unit. There's still Mithril Guard kicking about too. That's going to be difficult for Nawaki to break through with his infantry alone. Blackwatch Legion, armor piercing. They can barge their way through a unit of pikes. They can get into your range and really crack on through. Axe Throwers here coming on around. Yeah, they'll start pouring their axes on in. Let's see what Ordo Malleus does with these guys. They just so quickly push their way through the Rhudaur swords. And then they push their... Wow. Holy smokes. Shunting these Mithril Guards so far back. And yeah, it's not so much dealing damage to them here, but while they're knocked on the ground, they're not fighting. They're taking damage. Wow. That might have been... I mean, they kind of interrupted Nawaki's shot, in all honesty. But that has really helped out. And such a powerful push there by Grizzly Fox has just been thwarted by one unit of Blackwatch Legion. 2 exceptionally elite units of Dwarven infantry just smashed aside by such a powerful Uruk shield bearer unit. Holy smokes. That's quite something. And yeah, slain there, General, sort of picking himself up to the ground, only to be met with a crack of a mace to the face. Farsam Swordmasters and Elves pushing up this right flank though, so although it looks very good for evil on the left, on the right they're starting to be met by these Elder Rimway Swordmasters, Farsam Swordmasters, all are really high quality forces once again. Frodrum Javs coming on up. Yeah, I don't know if we've got any archers to counter them now. We need to break through, because they are going to hurt. Catapult right up close now. So, I mean, hey, if those Frodrum Javs start... Oh, and Witchers even, too. Start trying to do some good damage to us, we might be able to respond with our catapults. Miss, unfortunately. Come on, boys. Got another one. Right bang smack in the middle of this. Miss again. Oh, no. The dwarves are needing this. Frodrum Javs, yeah. Hitting those sentinels in the back. Hitting the Elder Rimway Swordmasters too. Oh god, it's the Elder Rimway Sword. Round 42 now. That's... Oh, sentinels. That's a shame. That's a damn shame. Just really getting brutalized there. And countered nice and early. Do we still have Godhalim fire? We still do. Godhalim. Go, 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 go. Deploy, deploy, deploy. Nertine Warriors. Deploy, deploy, deploy. Don't stand on top of each other, but everybody fire at them. Yeah, I think it's just I've seen Ghoul Wrangler before, but yeah, it's just it's little standing on top of each other is a bit of a mistake. Just so that your boys, I mean, Elven accuracy, you can kind of get away with it sometimes, but you really do want to give your boys the space just so it's a perfect arc shot. What the heck was that? That burst of a corpse there. I don't even know. It was like a... I don't know what got fired up there, or why that man just exploded, but somebody did. Nawaki pulling back alongside his Angmar reinforcements, just trying to get out of the way of those nasties. What is that? Is there another artillery piece that I didn't notice? Must have been. Must have been. Oh well. Yeah, a lot of routing forces here, there, and everywhere. These dwarves trying to get themselves back up to the hills. Gwaithiarthan and Imladris sentries waiting. Yeah, this is just another thing. Now, you are out of range here. But I always, if it's no different, I always like to face the enemy. No matter what, no matter how far away I am, I always like to face the enemy, just so that, you know, say if they do get something a little bit closer, you can tank. You know, you've got that shield value. Frodrum Javs in melee? Oh, beautiful. I thought they still had ammo. I thought they still... Well, I mean, they did. I guess they used it all very quickly. Still some Elder Enwy about. 17 Swordmasters, the Farazim Swordmasters, and they're taking axes, unfortunately. That shield on their back not really being useful from the right side. So that's going to be whittling them down nice and quick. Elder Enwy Spears, though, that's going to be fun to deal with. Okay, okay. Godhalim opening up on these axe throwers. Ooh. Okay. That's good. That was really well done there, Farkin. Holy smokes, nice break. And now if we've got any cav, we might want to snag a few of these guys so they don't come back, but they should be gone. Godhalim's still just just blasting their way through that. To be honest though, I would maybe be tempted to shoot Reforged Jazz still with my Godhalim. They're going to be able to use up that ammunition, those axe throwers. So, whereas if you were shooting down those Reforged Jabs, just like nailing shots right between their eyes, it could be what you need to do. Now we're actually getting that fight I was looking for earlier. Looks like they did get a little charge off, but those Hammer Guards, yeah, it's a nice battle, especially when they're backed up by a few of these new additional warriors. Yeah, bit of a shame for the nobles, but they did some good work there. Definitely not a stomp, and they killed the general with that charge too. So that's gonna spook Farkin's forces, and maybe help spook the catapult crew. Oh, the catapult crew. No, looks like they're trying to regain control of that catapult, but maybe they're out. I'd expect them to be out. They fired quite a lot. I like their... Yeah, are they a different catapult crew than the Doom ones? They've just got a lot of like green tones to them. They're quite cool. Well, finally, the Barrow-wights are in the fight, and Sons of Durin, even though there's only 9 of them, those Sons of Durin are going to be able to mince their way through quite a lot of the Barrow-wights. Farazim Swordmaster, certainly. O'Malley's trying to do the same thing he did before with his Blackwatch Legion. The amount of use O'Malley's has gotten out of these Blackwatch Legion, I feel kind of like, imagine if they had been given that little bit of an armor upgrade. It could have been really useful for them. But still, yeah, I mean, maybe they don't need it. But yeah, Gwathi Arthand in there now. Getting armor piercing up against the Gwathi Arthand, very useful. Take away a lot of armor value from them. Doesn't matter how much armor you have. If I've got an armor piercing weapon, I take off half of it. You could have 1,000,000 armor, I'll take you down to 500,000. So it's still pretty beefy, not gonna lie. But you know, I can rinse down half of it. I don't think there's a set maximum value for what you can remove from armor. Blackguard there. Yeah, everything swarming around now. They've been victorious over here. Not the Knights, the Hammer Guard and the War Goats, don't charge them. These are the only things. Farkin, I think he needs to just keep himself hanging around there. Because if he ends up losing these guys, which he is about to get away. Okay, one of them died there. 2 of them died there. Okay, I thought he got very lucky for charging right into the face of Rendine Pikes. But no, see, he's going to pull back. He just needs to have them lurking with intent there. Just so that if the boys try and flank around, he can stop that. He can do something about that. Just so that you can rely on your elites over here. The Godhalim coming on up. Camel's Chosen coming on in there, but should be okay. Oh, those little explosions. They were the Iron Watch of Merimir. That's what they were. Okay, no, good. Mystery is solved. Mystery is solved. Okay. Camel's Chosen still slicing on through, but yeah, up against like the Elder Enwy Spears, it might be just tricky for them. Oh! Iron Watch, we want to go for like the Camel's Chosen. Where even are the Iron Watch? There they are. Oh, it's just 2 of them. Holy smokes, they'll take a while to use up that ammo. Oh, both. Yeah, they want to just get used. You want to just make sure that they're firing, because I don't know if they'll be able to use up that full unit's worth of ammo. Flanking on around here. Come on, boys. Let's do this. I'd go for the Camel's Chosen. That would be my bet. I mean, the Hammer Guard too, you know, but you can't be so accurate with these things at the end of the day, so You gotta just take what you can get, but that wasn't a shot, my friend. That wasn't a shot. They're just taking turns, boys. You need to get this ammunition used up as quickly as possible. I don't think I'm gonna use that, but it's just kind of a cool little shot. Yeah, I grabbed enough early on. I think I've got some good shots. Both. Okay, that was a right into the. Again, he's going for the barrel webs. But yeah, rightly so. Malleus is getting through here with his hammer guard, and he'll smash them on down. That looks to be. There's a general over here, so I suspect. Don't know who it could have been. Nope. Might have not been a general over there. There's a general somewhere. That has fallen. At the hands of those nasty Angmar forces. But yeah, no, I think this is just going to be a bit too much for the boys now, for the union of elves, men, and dwarves. Racking on through those Mithril Guard. This was actually, it ended up being a lot closer than I was thinking it was. You know, there was a midpoint where I was like, oh god, we're like 20% behind, but they really climbed back. Because they had Rhudaur, and because they had, like, Rhun and Isengard's crossbows, the evil forces were able to just get that early dominance just from spending all their ammunition, all their javelins, all of their crossbows. And I think that that skewed it. That made me think it was going to be totally one-sided. But it ended up most certainly not being. The boys definitely gave it their all. It's very tempting when you see a situation like that early start, to just think, oh well, we've lost. But they gave it their all. They're about to be backstabbed here. You can see on the mini-map, unfortunately, a lot of these Dunlending clansmen coming on in. Rhudaur axemen as well. Nice little bit of AP coming on at the end. But yeah, I'm trying to think what could have been done. Like, there weren't any major mistakes. I think it was a positioning thing. This really was just down to that, and it was just the fact that right at the start there was that 2v1 with Numenor. Now, he did the very logical thing when you're faced with a 2v1, which is to fall back. But in reality, I'm sure he's kicking himself. I'm sure he would have much preferred instead to just say, like, nope, stuff you guys, bang. Because this was the route that they came in. They didn't have anything over here at the time. It would have taken them quite a bit of time to actually get something across that bridge for a backstab. So he could have just said, right, stuff this. I'm gonna suffer, but I've got to do this. I've got to take this ground so that we have an even playing field, instead of having to push up as if we were an attacker in a siege. So no, I think I don't, can't put everything on him, and it all happened so quickly. You can't really think about all that. It's that all lasted about 30 seconds. He had about 10 seconds to make his decision. So no, you can't blame him for making the safe decision, which was to fall back and wait for reinforcements. And all in all, yeah, it went all right. I would have maybe targeted a few things differently with the catapult and the archers, but no, yeah, I think everything went pretty dandy. Let's have a run through here. Thanatos, Lurt's hunting pack there. Whoa, very very nice. Even then, I thought I expected a bit more from the crossbows, but I mean, over 100 kills up against 4 quite elite factions in the grand scheme of things is pretty decent. Even 13 from the Dunlending clansmen is pretty decent. Surprised about the pikes though. 16, ouch. But no. Anyway, a few of those archers there jumping on in. 65, yeah. Doing what they can, But up against the quality that he was facing, he was the biggest unit, biggest army. Diego going for a much more sort of elite force. Ordo Malleus having quite an elite force from what I was seeing. He had a lot more troops than I thought he did. So that's super duper. But no, let's see. That was fun. Definitely, I should have had a look and realized that it was a city battle right from the start. It wasn't a siege. It was meant to just be this sort of cramped city battle. And yeah, thanks guys. I'll see you later.